My name is Shelby Adrian, and I am the Marketing and Commercial Leasing Associate for Eastdale Village. Eastdale Village is Dutchess County's newest live, work, play community. So I am a lifelong Dutchess County resident. I grew up here. I grew up in Amenia, New York. I went to Weebasek High School. And my family actually has been there their entire lives too. So when I went off to college, I did go to college outside of Boston, and I did fall in love with it there. But there was just something about this area that made me want to come back. And I don't regret it at all. A lot of people either go off to college or they go work a different job and they end up staying there. But I do find that a lot of people end up coming back here. I may not live in my hometown, but I still live in Dutchess County, and I have the ability to go see my family and go to the places that I loved as a child, but also explore new places in Dutchess County. I mean, the opportunities are endless here, and there's so much to do. We've adapted sort of as best as we could to these times. That includes virtual tours, that includes lots of Zoom calls, lots of just phone calls in general. We want to do what we can to kind of keep up with this and keep in contact and be very communicative as we can with these people, both commercial and residential. And as you all probably know, this whole current situation makes everything a little bit more difficult and different during this time. As we started building Eastdale, we gained a lot of momentum. We have a ton of residential leads, a ton of commercial leads. And as most of you do know, we did have to shut down construction towards the end of March. Well, first and foremost, we care about our employees, we care about our consumers, we care about our residents. And of course, we're going to put that to the forefront of everything. It's difficult for everyone and no one really knows the outcome, but if we can act kind of like a team together and push through these times and get them into their spaces and just boot this whole thing back up, we're going to try to do so as best as we can. One specific organization that kind of stands out to me during this time, and they pretty much stand out to me all the time, I've been very inspired by them for quite some time now, is Unshattered in Hopewell Junction. Pretty much since the non-essential shutdown happened, they have shifted their gears to making masks. And as of a couple of days ago, they've created over 5,000 masks and donate to over, I think, 137 organizations. And I just think that's truly incredible for you to pretty much take a situation that kind of brings so many unknowns and flip your gears entirely to accommodate whatever's happening in the world is really incredible. And I think their transition was almost seamless. And they're a fantastic nonprofit organization to begin with, and I just find it so inspiring that they've done this and they're going to continue to do this and help out all of our Dutchess County businesses as best as they can. So first off, Joe Kirchhoff, our president, and John Hettinger, our vice president, actually reached out to me and asked me if this would be something I'm interested in. In my role in Eastdale, one of the biggest parts of my job is actually reaching out to local businesses. I get to talk to small businesses every single day. I get to kind of help and guide them through this entire process. We're kind of acting like Big Brother almost. Whether they're purchasing or they're leasing their commercial space, I get to know them pretty well and just kind of live through this process with them from pretty much start to finish. And I get to meet new businesses on a weekly basis. So that's kind of how I got into this role. I think John and Joe both saw that I'm already connecting myself with these businesses, and I get to see how things are kind of playing out in Dutchess County and get to know them on a personal level. So I think that's why they thought this would be a good fit for me. I would say I'm most excited to see my family first. It's been a very lonely time. I'm very excited to be back in the office with my team too. We're very much a team. We like to work together and we just like to bounce ideas off of each other, and we're like a well-oiled engine or something along those lines. Secondly, I would say I'm most excited to just go to a restaurant and sit down and dine in. One of my favorite places to eat is Barbaro in Millbrook. And they have a rigatoni dish that is absolutely to die for. So I cannot wait to sit down and just have a big bowl of pasta and just call it a night instead of having to try to recreate my own. The thing that I enjoyed most during this time of year was actually the Friday night food truck festivals at Millbrook Winery. It's the most lovely, Friday afternoon, it's coming into the weekend, and you can go there and enjoy some really good food truck food, and it's just a really gorgeous place to go on a Friday night. And as the weather starts getting nicer, of course, everyone wants to be outside and enjoy it, and it's truly a really great experience. Those events are phenomenal.